Hello, this is TTSS, Tiffin's Talks and Scave Speeches, with me, Matt Scave.
And me, Joe Tiffin.
Today, we're talking about Nazi consolidation of power.
Right. On the morning of the 30th of January 1933, Hitler came to power.
Of Germany.
Well, obviously, Hitler came to power in England, is he? Such an idiot. And he was the leader of the National Socialist Party. Okay, he was summoned to the office of the President of the German Republic, Field Marshal
Hindenburg.
Very good. At this short but momentous even meeting, Hitler was invited even by Hindenburg to lead a new government of national concentration, a coalition government in which the National Socialist Party would share power with the DNVP.
And during Weimar Republic, coalitions were very popular.
Yes.
But Hitler didn't want that.
No,
Hitler
hated the Weimar Republic.
Like full control.
He blamed the war on the Weimar Republic and,
of course, the defeat.
The Jewish.
It's all about the Jews.
It's always the Jews. No, there's no racism in this video. Okay.
That was his view, not ours.
That was his. Yeah, obviously. Anyway, the rise of the Nazi Party. In 1928, the Nazi Party had been a small fringe party. It's a fringe party.
Very small, on the edge of politics.
Yes. Which could only gain 2.6% of the vote in that year's Reichstag election. Its support was largely confined in Bavaria, south of Germany. After the Beer Hall Putsch in...
Was that 1923?
Yes. Very good reading there.
Yeah, and then, in 1924, as a result, Hitler went to prison.
Yes, he did.
Where he wrote which book?
Mein Kampf.
Yes. Which means in English?
My struggle.
Yes.
My struggle. My struggle, everyone.
There you go.
We've got a little chart here. Chart.
Would you like to read
I will read this. And in 1928, it is about 2%. This is the Nazi... yes, 2%. The Nazi share of the vote. So in 1928, that's 2.6. In 1930...
Yes, a bit better.
It's about, what would you say, 18%?
18%. Why has it risen, would you say, Joe?
Why has it risen?
Well, what's the reason it's risen between that time? What
Germany.
happened in 1929?
Wall Street crash. Which you don't actually...
The Great Depression would cause them to become more popular.
But you don't need to know about that, do you?
No, I just thought I'd tell the people.
This is just background,
Okay.
basically. Yeah, we'll ignore that chart because it's boring. Nazi ideology. Do you want to...
I'll read this one. Okay. In their rise to power, Hitler and the Nazis put forward a wide-ranging but loose collection of ideas which, when assembled, might be described as an ideology. Nazi policy was first put forward in their 25-point programme in 1920, a programme which was still officially the statement of their aims in 1933. Hitler made...
Please don't read that whole paragraph.
No, I'm just going to read a bit more.
Okay.
Hitler made many speeches and gave occasional interviews to journalists. These gave an insight into Hitler's thinking, his racist views.
Racist! Hitler was a racist. Why coffee?
I don't know.
Don't coffee, I'm not allowed without my permission.
Sorry?
The Aryan ideal.
Okay. Show them the ideology.
If you'd like to turn to page 14 in your textbook.
15.
14 and 15 actually. You will be able to see this image of the perfect Aryan family. Very nice.
An Aryan was a person. An Aryan was a person who was of full German heritage with no other minority background, and that was what Hitler. That was a big dog in his mind. Yes, it was a big cheese.
You know, come on, stupid things sometimes.
Do we need to know about National Socialism?
Not really. Mein Kampf. Yeah, that was...
Next, should we do about stereotypes? They're very important.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Now,
this is page 20, by the way.
Page 20 of Life in Nazi Germany textbook. Most stereotypes were negative. For example,
Jewish,
communists, homosexuals,
yes,
gypsies,
yes,
and surprisingly, intellectuals.
Oh yeah, because the Nazis wanted a
robots.
Basically
Didn't
a
want
robot
thinkers.
nation that would only think Nazi.
They wanted everybody to just be
Nazi.
Yeah, easily influenced, gullible people. Like Mr. Sala, I'd probably say. You got to mention Sala. Hey!
Right, carry on.
So, for the Jews... Did we get to the Jews?
Oh, they hate prostitutes as well.
They do.
And work-shy people.
Yeah. So they don't like the ones who go out too much, and they don't like the ones that stay in too much. No. So Hitler saw the Jews as being responsible for all the failures of Germany. All of them. Especially World War One. And that is why he wasn't very nice to them, was he? In his time as Chancellor.
No.
As a conclusion, you'd say he wasn't particularly kind to the Jews. Gypsies didn't like gypsies because of their lifestyle. Saw it as abnormal. Homosexuals, not a big fan of them either, because he wanted to breed to make children. Obviously, homosexuals
Can't breed and make children.
You can't.
No, they can't really do that. We're not going to go into that.
No, stay PC. And we've missed out these. The physically, mentally unfit.
So disabled people, basically.
Didn't like them either.
So if Matt was in that
So
situation...
if I'd be killed by now. Would obesity classes there?
You don't really see that many fat people in his pictures, do you?
No, but would that be classed as a physical or mental disorder?
Don't know.
So I would be in trouble then as well.
Mental, though. Do you want to cover that next week?
I think that's probably it, because this is a very short section.
Yeah, chapter 1 is just...
I hope this has been of help to you. Do you think there's anything we need to recap or go over? Or
I've got some questions here that I'm going to ask.
So if you want to try these at home, feel free.
Can you explain to me why Hindenburg appointed Hitler as Chancellor in 1933?
Because he would not let it go. He just wanted to be the Chancellor.
And Hitler got... The Nazis got a lot of votes.
But they didn't get a minority.
A
Majority.
Yeah. So...
And they'd have to have made a coalition, wouldn't they?
But people felt that they should... Like the German population felt that
Hitler should have a chance, because they
have,
wanted a
something.
powerful leader.
Something.
They thought Hitler could do it for them.
Yeah, so Hindenburg was practically forced. But didn't Hindenburg thought that he could control... Who was it? Hindenburg?
Hindenburg and von Papen thought Hitler was controllable.
Yeah, which...
Slightly wrong, actually.
Yeah, a bit wrong, really.
Is there any more questions?
Yeah, another question. Nazi ideology was nothing more than an incoherent collection of second-hand ideas. That's quite a developed question.
Do I agree with this?
Do you agree? Explain why you disagree.
Well, I agree because they were very... they changed, didn't they? He'd say certain things to certain groups in order to get the votes.
Yeah.
He was a bit of a player, really.
Yeah, but
politically.
The Nazis did better when they collected onto ideas that were already there in Nazi Germany. So
because people were actually quite racist.
People already kind of blame the Jews for the loss.
Yeah, but not
to that extent.
Nah.
But
they did by the end.
Kind of a scapegoat for the Germans. Who were like, oh, it's the Jews' fault that we lost. Which it wasn't. It was just because the British were the best. Kind of sprayed everywhere there.
I think that's it, isn't it?
Well, would you disagree with this? He made it pretty clear in Mein Kampf his ideas, so it's not like he
Which
came
was
into
in
power.
1924.
Yeah, so he didn't come into power and think, right.
I hate the Jews now.
Yeah.
He hated them for a long time.
He stuck to his views.
Yeah. He was consistent, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. All the way. That's pretty much it, isn't it? So
I hope this has been helpful.
Yeah.
Please let us know if this hasn't.
So
over Facebook or Twitter.
Yeah.
On our
Tweet
official Twitter site.
At Tiffin's Talks and Escapes
Speeches. TTSS.
Hashtag TTSS. If you want to
get it trending, if you would.
Come on,
be
guys.
so kind.
That is about it for episode 1.
Next week, we will be going over
how the Nazis consolidated their power in 1933 to 1934.
And in week 3, we will show the introduction of our very first live studio guest, which...
It's not really live, though.
It'll
be live in the studio,
live to us, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be live for us.
So, join in for that one. All you need to know is it was a Jew's fault, apparently.
Yeah, let's sum it up.
Yeah.
Sum up in 10
go
words.
quick.
Sum up in 10.
Right, go back to the beginning.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to go back to the beginning.
Right, so you
You've got
came in
what to
because
do.
of Hindenburg.
Yep.
Financial difficulties.
Yep.
Told them what they wanted to hear.
Yep. Bit hole putsch.
That was very
What was it
important.
otherwise known as?
Was it known by anything else?
It was, I'm sure it was.
That's the thing.
Bum, bum, bum,
It was in Munich. It's just-
bum. Was it the Munich putsch or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
But the beer hall was in like less formal name.
Nazi ideology. Hated Jews.
And they just wanted to indoctrinate everyone into believing the same.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he got to power. Aryans were good. Jews bad. Gays bad. Farmers good.
Farmers good.
Who else good?
Well, not many good people.
Black's bad.
Yeah. He just wanted a pure German race, right?
Blonde. Blue eyes.
Anyway, it's getting a bit dreary now, so I think we better
I hope that's been
close
helpful.
it there.
So, thank you and goodbye.
Goodbye.